Hello and welcome back to ENG. This is day 2 in the 5-day challenge. Kindly share this video to those who may find it useful. Now, first there is a small test based on the previous video. Take your time to answer it. The answer will appear in a few seconds. You may also pause the video if you want. Supply a suitable question tag. Read the questions carefully and try to answer. Well, let us discuss the answers. They are cousins. Here, are is the auxiliary verb. It is positive, so we use the negative form, and the pronoun is they. So the answer is, that is the question tag is, aren't they? Next sentence, I am a singer. Here, am is the auxiliary verb and I is the pronoun. If am is the auxiliary verb, the negative form is aren't. So the question tag is, aren't I? We can move that box. Here, can is the auxiliary verb and we is the pronoun. The negative form of can is can't. So the question tag is, can't we? Next sentence, Sheila has come today. Here, has is the auxiliary verb and Sheila is a feminine gender. Has is the positive and the negative form of has is hasn't. So the question tag is, hasn't she? The last question, he will talk carefully. Will is the auxiliary verb and the pronoun is he. The negative form of will is won't, and so the question tag is, won't he? Hope you would have got all correct. If so, very good. You can also share your points in the comment box. Now, let's get into the next topic. The pronouns to be used in question tags. If the subject in the statement is a male, we use he. If the subject is a female, we use she. If the subject is a plural form, we use they. If the subject is an animal or a bird or thing, then we use it. If the subject is there, we use there. For example, there is a dog. There is a dog. So this is the auxiliary verb. The negative form is isn't. So there is there. So we use there. Isn't there. So if there is the subject, so we use there. If one is the subject, we use one. Kindly observe the video carefully. There is yet another test towards the end. Now, we have statements where there is no auxiliary verbs. A statement with no auxiliary verbs. Such statement will have the verbs which are in simple present tense or in simple past tense. For example, she cooks deliciously. Here we have no auxiliary verb. We have only the main verb. For such sentences, we use do verbs to frame the question tags. The do verbs are does, do, did in the positive, doesn't, don't, and didn't in the negative. This does and do are present, are used for present tense, and this did is used for past tense. This does and doesn't are used for singular. This do and don't are used for plural. Did and didn't are used for singular and plural in the past tense. Now, if the sentence appears without an auxiliary verb, we have to check the main verb. She cooks deliciously. In this sentence, cooks is the verb. This cooks is a present tense. This is a present tense and the noun is she. This she is a singular form. So singular form is either does or doesn't, and cooks is present tense, so does or doesn't. Cooks is a positive word, so we should use a negative statement here, and so we use doesn't, and thus the question tag is doesn't she. You will be clear with a few more examples. They climbed the hill. Here, climbed is the main verb. This is in past tense. As I explained earlier, the past tense to verb is did or didn't. Since this is positive, we have to give a negative, which is didn't. And they is the pronoun. So the question tag will be didn't they. Next, they water the plants daily. Here, water is the verb. This is in present tense. And the subject is plural form. So, the plural present do verb is don't. And so, the question tag is don't they. Next sentence, we packed the bags. Here, packed is the verb and it is in past tense. And in the positive form, the negative form is didn't, and the pronoun is we, that is a plural form. But for the past tense, we don't mind whether it is a singular or plural. And so the question tag is didn't we. Next, he drives rashly. Here, drives is the verb and this is in present tense. He is singular, so we use doesn't, and the question tag is doesn't he. Now you have a small test. Supply a suitable question tag. Take your time to answer. The answer will appear in a few seconds. You can pause the video if you want more time. Well, there is water in the can, so is, and there, so isn't there. We play hockey here. This play is the verb. It is in present tense, so it is don't we, because we is the plural form. She bought a pen. Bought is the verb and it is in past tense, so it is didn't she. He finds this easy. Finds is the verb. This is in present tense and it is singular subject, so it is doesn't he. They patted the dog. Patted is the verb. It is in past tense and the question tag is didn't they. Well friends, that's it for now. Let's meet in the next video with the day 3 challenge. Kindly keep watching the video to register the content in mind. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit on the bell button. Also drop your suggestions in the comment box. Thanks for watching.